Hello, and this is chapter 12, the last chapter of the book, and a good way to put a bow on things at the end, since this is all about what a company does and how you analyze a company based on all of the things that we've learned how to record. So we're going to learn how to do a little bit of financial analysis, keeping in mind this is not a financial analysis class. There's classes you can take at the university level that will take an entire semester to do what I'm about to do in one PowerPoint deck. So you're only going to get a very broad brush stroke. But there is some things that we can learn about a company looking at the financial statements that we've learned how to put together through this. Okay, so it's basically what is a financial analysis. It's looking at a company both from subjective, do I like this company? What kind of corporate responsibility do they have? And then what's kind of, what the financial, what the hard facts are actually telling us, right? And why do we do this? Because we want to know if this is a good investment for us, right? So companies are obviously in the business of making money, and so it's our responsibility as an investor to see if that is a company that we want to invest in and we feel like they're being a good steward. So how does a company create value? Well, they obviously make revenue, right? They obviously will acquire equity as long as, as well as some debt, but they'll also invest their assets. They hire employees, which are also considered assets. They'll generate that revenue, right? They'll also incur some operating expenses. I think that's a huge thing that you can look at with a company in terms of how well they're operating efficiently and how they're managing their expenses. Everybody has expenses, but how well are they doing with that, right? And then the result is the operating profit. Obviously we know that, and then they're going to pay interest and taxes, and then the rest of it, as we know, is the retained earnings. And as a stockholder, those earnings retained are helpful in evaluating how well the company is doing with our asset, meaning our investment with that company. Okay, so how do we analyze a company? Well, there's 5 basic steps according to this. I think there's many more, but this is a good start. So we're going to look at a company's business model. So who are they, right? These are my little questions, and because I think it's good to put things in English, right? So what is their business model and strategy? Who are they, right? Where are they? What environment are they in? Who are their competitors? What kind of space are they operating in, right? How do they look on paper, right? How well are they doing at their operations, and what do their numbers say? So this is kind of part of the analysis, right? So, and these are some of the steps in terms of, what's their business model, what's their business strategy, right? You can even look at companies, oh my God, there's so many. Look at Amazon. What space are they in? Where did they start with books? Where have they moved into? Oh my goodness, where are they moving into now? Pharmaceuticals, right? So there's a lot of things that they're doing. So those are just some ideas in terms of a company. Then you can look at like Tesla. Tesla has just entered the S&P 500. Why is that important? Because they were basically a nobody company for a while, and then Elon Musk with his vision has come along and really made it a significant force in the market. So anyway, so those are just some discussion points to kind of give you an idea. So anyway, what environment do they operate in? Who's their competitor, right? You never thought Ford would think that an electric car would be a competitor, yet Tesla came along and they certainly were. And now what has Ford done? They've upped their ante, and now they're putting out electric cars too. So the environment can change, right, based on what's going on. Okay, so then when you're looking at a company, you have to think, well, is their information that they're reporting correct, right? Does it get audited? Do their financial statements get audited? If they're a publicly traded company, they should be audited, and it should be in conformity with GAAP. We all know what that means now. And then one of the interesting things, I think, are the footnotes. So if you ever look at a financial statement, you want to check out the footnotes. Okay, so then kind of step 4 in this, and I'm going to go into this in a little bit further, but there's 5 questions we have. So I'm not going to get into that now because we're going to do the details later. And then step 5 of the financial statement process is really making the decision, right? Do I want to involve myself in there? All right, enough of that one.